is Step 1 with Freddie Wilson. Welcome to another episode of Step 1. I am Freddie Wilson. As a reminder, you can find every episode of Step 1 on Spotify and YouTube. And if you want to see more Step 1, give me a follow on Instagram at Step 1 with Freddie Wilson and Twitter at Step 1 Podcasts. Got a great show for you today. My good friend Ethan Letwat joins the show, talk some football. We also got a crazy weekend of college football and NFL to recap and an exciting weekend to preview. All right, let's ride. We had a fun weekend of college football. It all started Saturday at high noon with Texas Tech and Utah. I'm surprised this game turned out the way it did. Utah doesn't typically lose at home. This game was close for 3 quarters, but Texas Tech came alive in the fourth quarter, even with a backup quarterback, and they were able to get a big win. Oregon looked strong as they dominated Oregon State. This game was a little closer in the first half than I would have liked, but the second half, the Ducks were off to the races, and Dante Moore looked awesome. Also in the Big Ten, Michigan got a tough road win against Nebraska. Nebraska's getting better, but they are not ready to compete with the big boys just yet. But wait a couple years, because Nebraska is on a positive trajectory. Moving to SEC, Oklahoma continues to play well with John Mateer. Well, he got injured, so that might not be the case. But they won on Saturday against Auburn, and Auburn's offensive line was in shambles as they allowed 10 sacks. But this might be Oklahoma's last win for a while. John Mateer was a vital part of what they were doing, and with him gone for a few weeks, it's going to be rough sledding for Oklahoma. Moving to Saturday night, Florida continues to struggle as their offense couldn't do anything against Miami. I'm surprised Bill Napier hasn't been fired as of this recording. Mike Gundy got fired. We talk more about that in the interview, but Billy Napier still has his job. The Florida offense can't do anything, and it just seems like Gators fans are sick of him. This was the year to show some progress, and so far there's been no progress in Gainesville. And finally, we have Indiana getting a monster win against Illinois. Now, I did say to start the season, I thought Illinois was a little overrated, but this was bad. Indiana might be even better than last year. Fernando Mendoza was firing on all cylinders. The defense looked great. Watch out for Indiana. Moving to the NFL, crazy weekend of games. It all started Thursday night with the Bills getting a win against the Dolphins. Now, I will admit I was wrong about this game. I anticipated a blowout, and the Dolphins did show some fight. Much closer game than I would have guessed, but the Dolphins still look like a dumpster fire, and Tua throws the worst interceptions in the league. Moving to Sunday, let's just get it out of the way. Let's talk about the Packers. I was confident about this game. The Browns were supposed to be bad, and the Packers looked awesome in the first 2 games against way better teams. However, credit to the Browns defense, the Packers offense couldn't do anything, and the Packers defense eventually broke down. Still believe in the Pack. I do think this game was a fluke. It's definitely not a good loss. It could be worse. At least I'm not a Bengals fan. Without Joe Burrow, they can't do anything, and the defense is awful. And the Vikings, who are starting Carson Wentz, ran all over them. Also, the Colts might be really good. Daniel Jones, all of a sudden, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It's a crazy world we live in. Meanwhile, the Jets almost got a win, but the Buccaneers survive. Tough time to be a New York fan. My question is, who gets the first win, the Jets or the Giants? Hard to say who's going to get that first win. Moving to the afternoon, the Bears got their first win of the season in dominant fashion. I think this more proves the Cowboys are bad rather than the Bears are actually good, because I don't think the Bears are that good. But speaking about teams that might be good, the Chargers might be good as they go to 3-0, and the 49ers are able to find ways to win games despite being one of the most injured teams in the league. Moving into Sunday night, the Chiefs finally got a win, although it was against a Giants team that shows no fight or competency for that matter. So glad for starting Jackson Dart. The Chiefs still look off, and I think they're going to struggle throughout the season. And I think they won this game because they were playing the Giants. And on Monday night, we saw the Ravens fall to the Lions, and their record fall to 1-2. And Derrick Henry can't seem to hold on to the ball. So far, every game, Derrick Henry's had a crucial fumble, and this one was costly. The Lions, on the other hand, look like a well-oiled machine. As a Packers fan, I'm worried. And now, let's get to my interview with Ethan Letwat. All right, today we welcome on reoccurring guest here to talk a little football. Ethan, welcome back. How are you doing?
Good, Freddie. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. All right, let's start with the Chicago Bears. I know you live back in Chicago now. You were at the game on Sunday. What's
Yep.
the vibe amongst Bears fans right now? How are we feeling?
Um, good, good, but personally, I'm trying to stay mellow about it. One game, Cowboys defense is really bad. But Caleb looked great, and that's kind of like a preview of what everyone was, hoping for from Ben Johnson. So really, it was a great game. Couldn't really have asked for anything better. Defense also played. This is why I don't get. People don't give our defense credit at that game. We were missing our top two corners and our second best linebacker, and our defense still had three turnovers. So, thought that was pretty cool. And Dak, I don't think Dak's that bad. So two picks off on Dak is pretty good. So good W.
Yeah, I mean, it was an impressive win. I'll give you that. And thank you for being the Cowboys. It's always better when the Cowboys lose.
Exactly agree with that for sure.
So, I was mad the Bears won as a Packers fan, but I was happy the Cowboys lost. So it all evens out.
Yeah, my boy, my buddy Andre Schmidt, what a kick.
Andre Schmidt. Who's Andre Schmidt again?
The kicker for the Browns.
The kicker for the Browns. Yeah.
Syracuse alum.
Rough game for the Pack.
Yeah,
I
I
was at
mean,
a I was at a Packers bar in Boston.
ooh,
Hard to watch.
yeah. I mean, I think the Browns defense is like top five defense in the league. If they just get a quarterback, they'll be good,
They
but that
have a
will never
quarterback, and
happen.
his
So
name is Dylan Gabriel.
he's not, come on.
I believe in Dylan Gabriel.
I think Shador is better than Dylan Gabriel,
I'm, I would
but
have to disagree with you on that one.
we'll have time will tell on that one.
Well, Dion is convinced Shador is going to start this year. He's gone on record
I
saying
think
Shador
if
is
they're
starting.
really bad, they might. And if Dylan Gabriel, I think Dylan Gabriel will get a start first. But if they're really bad, still, like if they lose, if say Dylan Gabriel plays three games, they go and three, like what at the end of the season, I would start him. Like why not?
I wouldn't
That's
rule
the
it
only
out.
scenario I really see it. Otherwise, I think they cut him next year. I still think they cut him next year, regardless.
I can see the Browns going for three different quarterbacks this year. It seems like that kind of year for the Browns.
That's like every year. I feel like for the Browns.
Every year there's at least three or four quarterbacks who start for the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, also like Deshaun Watson's also on the roster still. Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
playing.
Yeah, I mean he re-tore his Achilles
Yeah.
rehabbing it, so I don't know. Yeah.
We're an anti-Deshaun Watson podcast.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Want that on the
very
record?
anti. That's karma. That's honestly karma.
All
So
right. What are some NFL teams that are surprising you right now besides the Colts because they're
I was
surprising
gonna
us
say the
all?
Colts. I'm like really like even though the Eagles won, I'm personally like I had Eagles plus 3.5, or I had Rams plus 3.5, Rams money line, and some bets. Pretty low on the Eagles still, just because I don't think their defense is sustainable. They have a lot of new guys, and they also honestly should have lost that game. There was two false starts on touch pushes. I'm sick of that play. I don't know about you, but like.
Are you pro getting the push
I'm
banned?
pro tush push if the refs call false, like actually call it, like, because then it's a play. Like, if the NFL says it's player safety, like, that's BS. Like, there's no players gotten hurt on the play ever. So,
Not
but
yet, but
now,
I do see a scenario where if they get the jump right on a defense,
I get it,
you
but
could really jack up Jalen Hurts if you get the right jump.
right, but that's the risk the Eagles have
Yeah,
to take.
it hasn't happened yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Also, I'm surprised they haven't run any like fakes out of it. Like
Yeah.
I think they ran a fake one time ever, but like I'd be running a fake out of that every once in a while, like. Especially, oh, it would work. Like if you just snap it through Jalen Hurts' legs to one of the pushers.
Mhm.
I think that's a good play call. So
And also, the reason why I'm not pro ban for tush push because the Eagles make it look easy, but other teams have tried it and have not. I
right,
saw the
right,
Packers try it;
right.
they did not succeed.
I mean, the Lions did a classic QB sneak last night, just a classic like hurry up QB sneak, which worked. He got like Goff got like 3 yards on his dive. So, but back to the teams that are impressing. I don't want to get off track. I would say low on the Eagles, even though they're 3-0. The Broncos are kind of surprising me. I was pretty high on the Broncos. I mean, Bo Nix doesn't look as good, and then I don't know what happened in the Panthers game with the Panthers and Falcons, but. I don't know why the Falcons cut Young Hoku. He literally missed like one kick, and they were like, "Nope, like you're done. And I was like so confused about that. It made no sense. So,
Is Michael Penix the guy, or do we see
I
Kirk
mean, everyone
Cousins?
has he looked good against the Vikings, which is a way better defense than the Panthers. So, I mean, it's game by game at this point. We'll see it
Yeah.
then. It's week 3, so
Do
it's
we
early.
see do we see a chance of Kirk Cousins? We saw him a little bit on
No,
Sunday. Do we see him?
they're getting blown out.
They're getting blown out. So do we not? Do we see him start a game this year, or is it Michael Penix's
Maybe
team?
not for the Falcons, yes, but like, or if Penix gets hurt somehow, but I don't think he starts
It's
unless
it's it's
Penix gets
Michael
hurt.
Penix's team, I think.
I agree. You don't draft someone at the in the top 10, quarterback in the top 10, and then give up. They also don't have a first round pick next year because they traded back into the first for some. It was one of the worst trades I've ever seen. Traded back into the like late first to draft James Pierce, who also has barely been playing. So I don't know what they're doing. Their
The
GM's,
Falcons make some questionable decisions.
yeah, their GM's an interesting man.
Yeah, like say what you want about the Packers, they have the benefit of foresight
Yeah, you
because
guys are just injured. Like I don't, that I have Tucker Craft on fantasy. I don't know what happened in practice, but like they're, I saw a tweet. It was like they're lucky he's not on IR. I was like, oh my
yeah,
God, what did he do? Like,
he hurt his knee. He's fine.
yeah, he seems fine, but that's like if he gets tackled the wrong way, it's gonna like I don't know. And then Jaden Reed's out for
Jalen
four
Reed's out,
weeks,
but we
or
we
six
have
weeks.
we have dudes, and Matthew Golden is gonna be good. We saw
Yeah,
some promise.
I'm surprised you haven't given him the ball more, to be honest. Dubes looks good, or Dobbs, and then I mean you got the Browns. I think the Browns defense, like I said, is top 5. So, but like Josh Jacobs is probably a top 5, 10 running back in the league. So,
Josh Jacobs did not show up on Sunday.
I mean, I also think the Browns front 7 is unbelievable, or front
Yeah,
4.
Miles Garrett and all those guys. Yeah,
Mason Graham,
it
like
was gonna be a tough game,
Mason Graham is probably the defensive rookie of the year right now.
but I'm still surprised we lost the game.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the Browns. I'm surprised. I was happy but surprised.
Yeah.
So, but
So
yeah.
what are some other NFL teams you're on before we get into college football?
I mean, I guess the next week the Ravens or Chiefs, one of them is going to be 1-3, so
Yeah.
that'll be
I think
interesting.
I think the Ravens are gonna lose.
I can't see that happening. I don't. I'm very out on the Chiefs. Like, if we want to talk about that, like
We want to talk about the Chiefs. Yeah, like
I think
the
they're
Super
out of
Bowl
the. I don't
cooked
think they
them.
make the playoffs.
The Super Bowl really did something to them because they haven't been the same ever since.
It's not even that. I just don't think it's ever since Tyreek Hill left. Mahomes hasn't really like Mahomes. Their offense was just play action, and then some crazy play to deep ball to Tyreek Hill, and then their defense was way better too. And then people get signed up. Like that's what happens when you have a dynasty. You all the players sign for more money. You know what I mean? And then also they don't have receivers right now. Like Rice, Worthy's hurt. Rice is out till week 8. Um, and then like Tyquan Thornton, they signed off the street. Juju Smith-Schuster's washed.
Travis
Kelsey's
Kelsey's
old and
old.
washed. Yeah, this is Kelsey's last season. Like he's done.
He's living a good life. He's got a good thing
Yeah,
going
I mean
outside of football.
he's gonna be in like movies the rest of his life. Like he's just gonna be an actor.
Yeah, he's
So
doing great off the field. He
yeah,
doesn't he
he'll be
doesn't even
fine.
need football at this
Yeah,
point.
that's what I'm like. He also just looks like old. He just looks so old at this point. Like he looks like fat. Like honestly, he looks fat. So
All right. Well, let's dive into college football. We had a big news today out of Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy,
I
after
did see
21
that.
years, is fired.
Yeah,
I was a
that's
little surprised that they were. I understand Oklahoma State has been playing terrible lately, but I thought they were going to
you
keep him
have to fire
around.
him.
It
I think
makes
at this point,
sense, but
I think at
I'm
this point you gotta
surprised.
fire him. I mean, you clearly can recruit. You just can't coach anymore. It's not you've had him for 21 years. You're eventually gonna have to start over. So like they're already 0-3. They lost to Tulsa, who's like not good at all. It's not like Oklahoma State is really. Oh, I mean Oklahoma State is really bad, but it's not like Tulsa's like good. Like they're not good. Like they had a true freshman, I think, playing quarterback. Um, and he kind of looked like good, but I don't think Tulsa's good. I think if they play any other Power 4 team, they probably lose by 2 touchdowns. So, but yeah, but I mean, Oregon looks good.
Oregon does look
Syracuse looks
good.
good, even though
Your quarterback's injured though.
He's out for the year. He
He's
tore his
out for the year.
Achilles. Tore his Achilles.
But you
So
beat
I mean,
Clemson.
yeah, but I mean, our backup was transferred from LSU. He was the starter until Angeli transferred and then took the starting job from him. So he's gotten reps with the ones before, and I think we'll be fine. And he's more of a runner, but hopefully he can throw the ball too.
Is
So
Clemson bad? Like, are they in
yes,
trouble?
yes.
Is
Like,
Dabo
we
on the
are
hot
not.
seat?
It's Dabo. I mean, I don't think he should be. I think if they lose 5 games, he'll be fired. But like he's won the ACC 8 out of the last 10 years. I don't know how you can fire someone like that has one bad year. You're like, yeah, he clearly. I think this is probably the most hyped team he's had since like Trevor Lawrence. But like I don't even like Cade Klubnik doesn't look good either. I don't know how Syracuse got fined like 25K for like faking injuries. I thought that was crazy. Literally every team does that. Makes
Yeah.
no sense. I don't understand how you can also determine that off of a video. But I don't know. Just it was Clemson used a lot of excuses, and also I watched the videos of the alleged like fake injuries. It was in the fourth quarter. We were up 31-14. So I don't know how you can even like say that if you're Cade
Yeah,
Klubnik.
it was a
Um,
questionable fine at best.
yeah, but I think part of it is like their coordinators keep getting hired as head coaches everywhere else. So like if Dabo is eventually gonna have to leave or retire, and I think he's gonna want to keep coaching if he gets
Oh,
fired. So let's see
he's been
where.
very vocal. He'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, so that'll be interesting. I think if they get 5 losses, he's out. I mean, I would have to look at the rest of their schedule.
They do play Florida State
They're
at
gonna
some
lose if they
point.
play Miami. I think they lose.
Let's look at the schedule. I
Yeah,
think
okay.
I think they play Miami. They might play Florida State. They play
I
Boston
mean, I
College, who I've already said on the show multiple times. Boston College is being Clemson. I said at the start of the
yeah. If they look
season.
if I mean if their quarterback is played plays well, yeah, but it's kind of up to him at that point. I don't. Clemson has a way better roster than Boston College.
I know, but I said at the start of a season, I made a claim that they're going to beat Clemson, and I'm
They
riding with that
I
claim.
was I thought, to be honest, Freddie, I thought we were gonna get blown out. So
All right, they don't play. They play Florida State. They do not play Miami, but they do play South Carolina.
oh,
So,
they're gonna get killed by South Carolina.
and South
If
Carolina,
Stellars, if I don't know why people are so low on South Carolina.
I
Like I didn't they win? Did they win last week?
don't know if they did.
I thought they did.
I think they lost to Missouri.
I don't know. I don't remember. But I really like South Carolina still. I don't think they're gonna make the playoff or anything. But let's check. I'm gonna check.
South Carolina lost to Missouri, so they've lost two in a row.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Stellars is 100%. Um, I don't know. I still think they're good, but I don't think they're clearly not the best I see. Mizzou. I love Mizzou's coach Drinkowitz. He's a great coach him. So he always gets dogs on the team.
All right, let's stick with the ACC vote. Georgia Tech is
Very
somehow
good.
good.
I mean, I was high on them. I saw Haynes King play in person, I think, when I was a manager. I think he was a sophomore or freshman maybe, but he's always been really good. They just run him and then play action, pass it. So, I mean, I like and their running back is a beast. He's like kind of like a mini Jahmyr Gibbs, but I thought they were gonna run him a lot more, and they really haven't. They've been running their quarterback King a lot, but they also got a good transfer receiver. I don't know if you saw the video of them like week one of the dude in the huge jersey.
I did not see that
You
now.
didn't see that they threw this dude on the field on a punt return with like a triple quadruple XL jersey. It looked ridiculous, and but like he's one of their starting receivers. It was the weirdest thing ever, and he got like tackled by it. It was so funny. Like the announcers were like, "What is going on?" Um, but I like Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
What do you think
It
about Miami?
again, I've said it, I will say it every year. I think I said this last year when you were high in Miami.
Yeah.
Cristobal is going to make a bonehead coaching
I mean,
mistake.
I wasn't wrong though last year. Miami was good. They just lost to Syracuse, who they like
Yeah,
that. They choked like
but
Cristobal does.
Cristobal is going to make some bonehead decisions. It's just a question of like, can they survive those decisions?
Yeah, I
This
also
team is
think
better than last year because the defense looks a
yes, for
lot better.
sure. And the O line is really, really good too.
And Carson Beck is better than we thought he was going to be.
I mean, I don't know. I was not like that low on him. I thought he was going to be a good. I didn't think he was going to be like he honestly hasn't been like amazing. He's just been managing the game very well. He's making the right decisions. Like he just looks like a an average quarterback that makes the right decisions and is actually like throwing the ball well. It's not like he's missing it. He's just making all the right throws and making all the throws. I don't think he's like doing anything like spectacular.
Yeah, he's no Cam
Like
Ward, but I think he's the right
right.
quarterback. I think he's the right quarterback for Miami right now.
Yeah, I mean it's pro style offense, so like I get that. And it's a lot of RPOs. I mean he also was at Georgia, which is probably the best program in the last 5 years. Um, like he's had great coaching and like he probably like Kirby Smart, the amount of NFL players that Kirby Smart is going to end up coaching is going to be crazy. Like I there that wasn't Be was Beck the backup to Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
So like that entire defense was on the NFL. So he was getting NFL reps like as a sophomore, like you know what I mean? So I'm not that surprised. I still don't think he's going to be like a first or second round pick or anything, but like I'm not surprised he's like the Miami's playing well just because like he's such a he's competent enough at quarterback. Obviously last year he wasn't because he had the Cavender chick with him, I think, but
Yeah.
so
We've discussed the Commander twins on this show. We had a guy
they
from
have to be a distraction. They have to be.
well, my question is, are they actually good at basketball or are they just attractive? Because
Actually, yes,
there is an
they
argument to be
are.
made they're just hot. I
I
don't know
mean,
how good they are at sports.
you play Division 1 basketball, like Division
You're
1,
still good. You're still an athlete.
right? Like they have to be decent at
Yeah.
basketball. I mean, in some fast, they can probably shoot it well. You
Mm.
know, it's not like they're dunking.
All right. Florida State. You're Tommy Castellanos. I watched at Boston College last year and I was like, this
Me too.
guy is average at best.
I was high on Florida State, to be honest. I'm in a dynasty, like online dynasty, and I
Yeah.
chose Florida State. So, um, I mean, Castellanos is just like a good option quarterback. He's good for their offense. Like you said, they do. The thing with the teams that are doing well in the ACC is they're building their offense around their quarterback, which is honestly what most teams should be doing. Like all these motions are, they're just motioning a guy every play. So like eventually you're gonna throw something off if you're motioning to the right or left every time you're gonna do a misdirection. So like and like I also think last year like I never thought Jordan Travis was amazing. Like
You mean
same as
DJ Ugalele?
oh
Jordan
yeah,
Travis was the year
shit,
before.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of yeah, DJ Ugalele. So I don't know Jordan Travis because he retired. I was thinking that. But yeah, like I think everyone knew how bad he was. So like I'm not like even before the season, like we didn't know he was that bad, but like we knew he was not good. So, but yeah, they were injured last year, and I don't know. Imagine being undefeated and not making the playoff. Like it's probably so decimating. Is it like
Yeah,
I don't
it's got to be the worst feeling in the world because like
like
you
what
won.
else can you do that off season and your team's only getting worse? Like so that sucks.
It was probably it was a terrible decision. I understand why they made that decision, but I still think it was a bad
I do too.
decision.
If you're undefeated though, you should be in no matter
Yeah.
what. Unless you're in like obviously like a non-power five conference.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little Big 12 because the Big 12 seems like the most wide open conference.
Yeah, I mean, I was high on Utah and then they lost.
They don't lose at home. Like it's a hard place to win. You got the
I'm
altitude, it's loud.
I'm telling you, NIL though is like you're gonna start seeing like in the next few years, like they're gonna be a lot of top 25 teams with like 3 losses, 2 losses by week 10. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is with NIL. Like you're like for example, Maryland, their quarterback is going to be the biggest transfer in the
Yeah, because
market now.
he's not going to stay
He's a
at
true
Maryland.
freshman. He's not going to stay at Maryland. Like I guarantee you, he went to Maryland knowing he was going to get the starting job and play against Big Ten opponents. Are they? They're undefeated, are they
They're
not?
undefeated. Maryland is
Yeah.
undefeated
So
after week 4.
like that is why I think like Utah losing at home, like even like Texas Tech, I don't think is that good. Like they have an experienced quarterback, but I think he got
Explosive
hurt.
offense, but
Yeah, but didn't their quarterback get hurt?
quarterback got hurt.
Yeah,
The
so
thing
like
is,
that's
they started firing on all cylinders when he got hurt. That's when they started picking
yeah,
it
so
up.
interesting. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, and then Arizona State that they pulled off a good win. I mean, Baylor's just I was high on Baylor at the beginning of the season. I lost like three parlays because I had Baylor money line. So, but yeah, I was high on Baylor. They're disappointing. Arizona State, I knew they weren't going to be as good as last year.
Yeah, they're
But
not. They're not as
Jordan
good.
Tyson is unbelievable. He is by far and away the best receiver in football after Jeremiah Smith. So he might even right now he's playing better. So yeah,
But it just seems like such a wide open conference. It's hard to say like you could pick a different team every week though. It's like they're gonna win this conference. Like we thought it was gonna be Kansas State. They're not that good.
the Big 12 could have like a three loss team win the conference.
Yeah,
Like,
because we haven't even talked about Iowa State. Iowa State's still
or
pretty good.
I'm not that high on Iowa State. I just don't think they've really played anyone. Kansas State is horrendous,
Yeah.
horrendous. They're
Yeah,
horrendous.
Kansas State, like they were supposed to be good. Avery Johnson's great,
Yeah,
and
Kansas looks pretty good.
Kansas could be good. Well,
They
I
just
mean,
killed West Virginia.
there's like 5 or 6 teams you could easily make an argument about winning the Big 12. It's my favorite conference for a reason.
In the next few weeks, you'll see like the te I think there are going to be like three teams that pull away in the next few weeks. I still think Utah has a chance. Like I think that could have just been a bad loss. Like they could still go undefeated the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like I like their quarterback Dampier or I don't know Dampier. I don't know how to
Mhm.
pronounce it, but um, and like they have an experienced coach. So like BYU looks decent too.
Yeah, BYU looks good. The Utah BYU game is going to be something.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Is that at Utah? At
It's a
BYU? Where is
good
that?
question.
I'd probably just take the home team in that, depending on the spread.
Utah
Let me pull up.
football.
I should pull up the schedule for this week, the college football schedule.
Oh, it's a fun one. We got some good ones
Oh,
this
I
week.
know. I know.
It's
Are
at
you?
BYU, which is a hard place to win.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Mormons
I'll
go. The
probably take
Mormons go
BYU.
hard.
I mean, yeah, they got a true freshman quarterback, so that'll be number 47 too, which is ugh. I hate that.
Yeah, it's a weird number for a quarterback.
Very weird number
But
for a
yeah, no,
quarterback.
it's an exciting schedule this week.
Yeah, that's good.
Obviously Oregon Penn State is the big one, but like
I'm taking Oregon in that. I don't think Penn State. I think you guys could win by
it's
like
the
two
Penn
touchdowns.
State whiteout. That's my only concern.
And my other concern would be you guys kind of got out to a slow start against Oregon State, but
We ran away with it in the end, but yes,
right, that's my yeah.
it was a little concerning how slow the start
Like
was.
it was like 14-7
It was
like
seven
halfway
seven.
through
It
the
was
second
seven
quarter.
seven at one point.
Yeah, so like I've taken Oregon spread I think every week like minus 30 or whatever it has been and it's been hitting. So Georgia Bama's this week too. I didn't realize.
It's at Georgia, but Bama's going to come out and play because
Yeah, I
they need
also
to win this game. They're in must win mode. They can't
I'm not
afford
that
another
high
loss.
on Georgia either. So like I mean they haven't played anyone. They only beat I'm pretty sure that they beat Austin PA like by like two touchdowns or something. Like they didn't play. Let me see. Yeah, they beat Austin PA 28-6.
Yeah, not great if you're the
And
dogs.
then they should have lost to Tennessee.
They should have lost to Tennessee,
And
but
they wait, no, that's last year. And then they killed Marshall. So that's where I was looking at last year's college football playoff score.
yeah, no, it's I. But the thing is does Bama have enough to beat Georgia this year? Because they always seem to find ways to beat Georgia. Do they have
They just need to
enough?
hand the ball off. They need to stop throwing the ball. They need to run play action. Like it's I don't I'm not high on Ryan Williams at all. He's too skinny and he's only good at go balls or like if you have man coverage on him, like that's really it. He can't really do anything else. And that was kind of shown in the um Florida State game. Like he can get open. He reminds me of Devonta Smith, but like worse, like way worse.
Yeah,
And
but
but like I mean he has time. So
all right. We also have Ole Miss LSU this weekend. It seems like Ole Miss always wins this game.
yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like LSU is kind of due. Like they got a good defense. Their defense is really good.
But the
If
offense,
if Ole Miss starts their backup the whole game, they'll have a chance. If not, I think LSU wins. But like I think they're like LSU's defense is better than Ole Miss's offense for sure.
Yeah, but the thing is, like LSU's offense is like they could have easily have lost to Florida. We'll get to Florida in a minute because Florida is its
Okay.
whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
One of the worst offensives I've ever seen.
Yeah, Napier needs to go.
Yeah, Napier's on a hot. If he's not, he was on a hot seat last year. He's done this year. I
I
think
mean, my one of my best friends went to Florida, is a massive Florida fan, and he just like it's torture every week at this point.
like I think the thing is like he hasn't shown any sort of improvement in his 4 years there. Like they've
His
never
only
been,
improvement was last year when they like upset three teams in a row or something like that, and
and
then
they
he
could
thought he was
easily do that
done.
this year because I truly do believe that like the players still are buying into Napier. I think the fans
They
are done with him.
are. He's always been a really good recruiter, though. That's a thing. Like that was part of the reason they hired him is because of how good a recruiter he is. But he's just not a good coach. And part of it is also he's still calling plays. He needs to stop calling plays.
But I still think the players are going to play, and I think like their schedule looks awful, but I think they can find a way to win a couple games.
No, 100%. I agree. They have the roster to do it. I don't think DJ Lagway is bad. I think he's just being coached terribly. Like, I don't think
Well,
he has the
five interceptions is pretty bad,
right, but I at that point it's like
and
I
that's
do there's definitely fault on DJ Lagway. Like you cannot be throwing five interceptions, but the fact that like at that if after his third interception, I'm taking him out and I'm telling him do not throw this. Do throw a slant or drag. That's it, and we're gonna run screens and handoffs. The rest. Like you know what I mean? Like they only lost by 10 points. They easily could have won that game. Like you said, easily could have won that game if the coaches adjusted after like even the fourth interception.
yeah.
So
He
that
could have thrown four interceptions and still won that game, but
correct. So like that's what I'm saying. Like that is not on him. That's on him trying to make a play, which like I get, especially as a what, he's a redshirt freshman or sophomore, I guess he's a true
yeah.
sophomore. So
All right.
like and he also was injured. Like people don't forget he was injured in the entire off season.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the
He
reps,
didn't
and I
practice, right? He didn't practice, yeah.
all right. We also have a ranked Big Ten matchup. We have Illinois USC. Is
I'm
USC
taking
good?
I mean, they're better than Illinois. We'll see how good USC is when they. I don't even know what their schedule's like. They might make like when they play if they play Michigan. I know. We'll see how good they are. Oh no, they play Michigan after this game. So I think they beat Illinois, and then I mean they play Michigan and they play Illinois, Michigan, and then Notre Dame. I think they lose to Notre Dame for sure.
Well, Notre Dame is in must-win mode, so Notre Dame is going to come out
Right.
swinging.
I think Notre Dame is going to go undefeated the rest of the year and make the playoff.
They're going to make the playoff because it's going to be
Yeah.
it's
It's the
two
same.
quality losses.
It's the same exact scenario because last year was just one really bad loss, and these are two like fine losses. Like these aren't bad loss. You know what I mean? Like they
Mm.
play two top teams that are probably going to make the college football playoff. So like that, you can't really blame them for like losing.
But I
You
do
can't.
think Illinois is a little overrated, and they got pummeled by Indiana. And we'll
Well, yeah,
and
I don't.
Indiana might be the real deal. Indiana might be better than last year. Indiana
It's
might be
either
good
Indiana's a real deal, and we'll honestly see that in the USC Illinois game, or Illinois is absolutely horrendous.
because Illinois did not look good in Indiana, and I thought like
No.
it was. I thought Indiana was going to win, but I thought it would be a much closer
Oh,
game.
I thought Illinois was going to win. I thought Indiana was super overrated. I was not high on Fernando Mendoza, and he proved me wrong. I think the same thing though. He's also like I think that's what it's like the same as college basketball. You need like guys with experience who have been there and can just like manage the game. Like that's what college quarterbacks are now. Like if you get one of those guys, like obviously they can be really good and have good talent. Like Cam Ward, I think was a good game manager. At the same time, he was like a freak athlete. And I think like Mateer is kind of like that. Like he's hurt though. I don't know if we talked about that.
Yeah, he was
But
my Heisman favorite, and now he's hurt. So I don't
yeah,
know
he
who
was.
my
I think
Heisman
he was the
favorite is.
Heisman. I think he's the Heisman favorite. He was in the betting was. I actually took a $5 bet on Marcel Reed when he was plus 5,000 before the beginning of the season. So
That
hoping
that could pay off.
Yeah, I like Texas A&M a lot. I was high on them. I also have a $5 bet on Jeremiah Love, so but I don't think that's gonna
That's
hit.
not going to happen. They're not
Yeah.
feeding him the ball down in South Bend.
I mean, no, I mean last 2 weeks he's had like 130 yards and two touchdowns, so
Yeah.
but I don't think it'll hold up. But yeah,
All
Marcel Reed looks good.
right.
So
I think the game this weekend that no one's talking about enough is Washington, Ohio State, because Washington's offense looks. I know you're thinking like it's Ohio State, we're going to destroy them, but
I don't think
if
they're
you,
gonna destroy them. I think it'll be a closer game than people think, but I just don't think Washington like it's gonna if Julian Saint plays well, then they'll destroy him. If he plays mediocre, it'll be a good game. And if he plays bad, they'll lose. Like that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be down to Julian Saint. I'm telling you, it's always the last few weeks the upsets have been because of the quarterbacks, in my opinion.
but it's at Husky Stadium, which is an underrated place to play. I think we don't
Agreed,
give
agreed.
Husky Stadium enough credit for how hard it is to win there.
No, I agree. And they're it's not like Washington is not bad. Like they got some guys, so maybe just not as good as a lot. Like I don't know how they're gonna cover Jeremiah Smith. Like,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
It's the underrated game of the weekend, though. It's a game no one's talking about
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would agree with
because
that.
Washington isn't ranked yet, and I don't think they're going to be ranked anytime soon because I think they're not going to win this
I mean, if
game.
they beat Ohio State, they'll be
If they beat
ranked.
Ohio State, they'll be ranked. That
Yeah,
no questions asked. But
yeah.
the
So
question, I don't think they have enough to beat Ohio State, but it's going to be a closer game. Ohio State's not going to run away with it. Like they're going to be challenged.
yeah, no, 100%. I agree with that. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of Ohio State, so I just kind of throw them on. They haven't really played anyone where it's interesting,
I mean, they
So
played Texas,
besides
and I watched
besides
that
the
game.
Texas game, but even there, like Arch Manning was horrendous, so it
Yeah,
wasn't,
let's talk about Arch Manning. Is Arch Manning bad?
No, I think Sarkisian is ruining him.
All right,
And it looks like you know the like he's throwing from like a different arm slot than last year. And he's also just not confident. Like he came into the season not confident, it looked like. So like there's a million reasons why that could be the case, but like I think it's coaching. Like he has the genes. I think he could just lead. He doesn't have to be in college football. He can just go get trained by his uncles.
yeah,
Like and he'll be a better quarterback than he is right now. Like I think it's just coaching, to be honest. And I don't know. I don't think Texas is the same team as last year. Like they had what? Last year they had three NFL wide receivers
something like that.
and a
Yeah,
tight end and multiple defensive players. Like they're all and multiple offensive linemen. Like they made like four first round picks, did they not? Or three?
something like that.
Counting
Yeah, they were
Banks, Golden, and was there a defensive guy?
maybe. Yeah,
Oh, John A. Barron.
yeah. No,
So like,
they were much better last year. So I think
oh,
Arch is
100%.
still good. It's just a question of like he's gotten through the cupcake schedule games. He's survived it. He has not played great.
I mean, the media glazing him is out of control.
Yeah, and he's
Control.
you see him in ads everywhere. Like it's weird
Well,
seeing a
that
mediocre
is why,
quarterback.
like, I think that is a big reason why people are like, oh, he's a bust because like he's being marketed as this fucking like god like quarter. You know what I mean? Like he's being marketed like crazy. So like everyone sees him, they're like, why is this average quarterback on my TV screen?
Yeah, like it's a weird situation down in Texas because like they're gonna play some good teams, and
Yeah.
the question is, can Arch handle the good teams? Because so far he hasn't been able to handle the good teams.
I mean, it's not like he didn't play like God. Like he didn't lose them the Ohio
No,
State game. Like the whole team played bad. So
yeah,
like I think he just needs like you're right. I think he needs to he can't play like that though against these other teams for sure. So
yeah. But I think we can't talk about the SEC without talking about Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt
I,
might be really good.
they could be playoff good. Like I
Diego
I
Pavia's a dog.
I kid like if Diego Pavia makes a playoff, he should be drafted high, in my opinion. Like the fact that he's like literally just calling his shot and doing it is insane. They also like destroyed South Carolina, who has a good defense. Like I mean, we'll see by the end of the year, but like they were arguably should have been in the playoff last year. Um, and I don't know, Vandy, people are surprised. Like Vandy was good last year. And my
Yeah,
like
man.
they should have won like three games. People forget they blew a game against Georgia Southern last year. No wonder they beat them. They put 70 on them last week. They were probably pissed they lost last year. Like they were almost 10-win team last year. So and everyone came back for that reason. Like their tight end Stowers is going to get drafted in the first three rounds.
Yeah, I think Vanderbilt is like on the rise. I think Clark Lee has finally like figured out everything. He has the pieces. It's a tough schedule. They play Bama at Bama. They could beat Bama again
They
this
could
year.
beat Bama for sure. They the thing about Vanderbilt is in their mind they can beat anyone, so they can actually beat anyone, which is the thing. Like if you truly believe that you can beat anyone, you can, especially as a team, if the whole team thinks that, like you can beat anyone. Like football is such a team game. Like you know what I mean? Especially with like on defense, like the whole defense and or like the whole offense has to be on the same, you know what I mean? Like everyone has to be on the same page. And I think the Vanderbilt thing is really cool too because their coach is an alum. Like he's not gonna leave for a better job. Like he's gonna stay at Vandy because he loves Vandy and he went to Vandy.
He won
So
6 games at Vandy as a player,
right. In what, 4 years he said? Did you
something
watch?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I haven't finished that yet, but even like t that back to Pavia, like that segment in the show, like
Mhm.
he was like, we're gonna beat Alabama." Like he was so confident last year, and Bama had a way better team than they did this year. So, like I easily think they could finish top three in like I mean, let me check their like the rest of their schedule. Like they could
Yeah.
easily
I'm
finish with 10
curious.
wins. So they play Utah State this week. That should be a win. Next week they play at Alabama, which is like they can win that game. I don't think they're playing LSU at home, like in Vandy. LSU's defense is unbelievable, so I don't know how that's gonna go, and we'll see how they do this week. And then they play Missouri at home as well. Like the only game I can really see them definitively, maybe two games I can see them definitively losing is against Tex at Texas and
Mhm.
at Tennessee. But like every other game, in my opinion, is winnable.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to be a Vanderbilt fan, which has never been a
Yeah,
has
I don't
never
think
been a
anyone
thing.
has uttered those words ever.
Yeah. All right. We got about a minute left. Before you leave, Super Bowl picks.
Did I make them already did I do one during over the summer
No,
or no?
I don't think you did one over the summer. No, this is your first time on in a while.
Yeah, it is. Okay, wait, let me look at the standings real quick while I have like 30 seconds. Um, I like really want to take the Bills. I just like I feel like they're cursed. Um, a Super Bowl pick. All right, I'm gonna go Bills.
All right, Bills. And who the Bills playing and who
Bills
wins?
or Char. I'm gonna give you four. I'm gonna give you four total teams, but I'm gonna say Bills is the pick. But I also think the Chargers are really good,
All right.
and then um. Probably I like the Eagles or the Lions probably are the two.
Mm.
I can't say the Packers. I will not let myself say the Packers. So
If it makes
I
you
will
feel
say
any
the
better,
Packers.
I'm not even going Packers. My pick is Eagles over Bills.
Okay. I just can't see the Eagles
I
winning
made
the
that at
game.
the start of a season, though, so that was
Fair. Fair. After last night, I think the Lions are legit. I honestly think the Ravens can also like
all right.
win out the rest of the year.
So
So
you got Bills and who
we'll
else?
we'll go Bills. We'll go Bills over Eagles.
Bills over Eagles.
Yeah.
All right. I still don't know what happens if anyone actually gets this right.
Oh,
We were close last year. We have
you gotta do a prize or something.
I got you a prize. Step one T-shirt. All right.
Yeah, like a
Anyways,
teaser.
this has
All
been
right.
awesome. I've got an exciting game of college football, exciting weekend of games of college football coming up, and it all starts Saturday at high noon with Illinois and USC. Illinois needs to show they compete with other great teams. They got embarrassed last weekend, and if they want to prove they do belong in the conversation for the playoff, they need to win this game or at least be competitive. Moving to the afternoon, we got multiple exciting matchups with a Big Ten showdown between Washington and Ohio State. Now, I know most people think Ohio State's going to win this game, and I'm in that camp. But after watching Washington last weekend, their offense is really good. And the game's in Seattle, Husky Stadium. is an underrated place to play. So I'm not saying Ohio State's going to lose, but I would say it's going to be a tougher game than anticipated. All right. We also got a ranked SEC matchup with LSU and Ole Miss. LSU's a good team, but often struggles with Ole Miss. It's going to be rocking down Oxford. LSU needs to step up their run game if they want a chance to win this game. Moving to Saturday night, we got a fun one with Alabama and Georgia. Alabama's in must-win mode, and they always seem to beat Georgia. But this Alabama team is not as good as last year. I do think, given the nature of the rivalry, Alabama's going to come out and play. The big question is, do they have enough to beat a really good Georgia team? And finally, we got a big game of the week, Oregon Penn State. It's the Penn State whiteout, and for the first time in years, we're using it for a big matchup. Oregon has a good enough team to shut down a whiteout, and I expect a high scoring affair. Moving into the NFL, an exciting slate of games this weekend. All starts Thursday with the Cardinals and Seahawks. Can't say I've watched a whole lot of these teams this year, so I'm excited to see what they got. I expect a good game. I think it should be entertaining. I really don't know what to expect. On Sunday morning, we have our first international game in Ireland, the Steelers and the Vikings. This game's a wild card. Both teams have shown they can be really good. Both teams have the potential to be really bad, though. So this game, it's hard to say what we're going to get. I expect a low scoring affair. I think both defenses are going to play really well. An early slot of games, not a ton of good games. We can talk about the Eagles and Buccaneers, both teams playing well right now, and this game could be a potential playoff matchup. I think that's the best game in the early slot of games. None of the other games are worth talking about. It's just not a good slot of games. Moving the afternoon, we got some fun games. We'll see if the Colts can keep their magic going as they take on the Rams. The Ravens are taking on Chiefs. So we're living in a world where one of these teams is going to be 1-3. It should be a fun game. I don't think the Chiefs are as good offensively as they were in years past, so I expect this to be more of a defensive game. And I hate to say it, I think the Ravens are going to win it. On Sunday night, we have Micah Parsons return to Dallas for a game against the Cowboys. This is a get right game for the Packers. We need to show last night was a fluke, and we are in fact a good team. And on Monday night, we got two games. Both games don't look great. Jets and Dolphins. At least one of those teams will finally get a win. Both teams are playing bad. This should be a comically bad game. We also got the Broncos and Bengals. This game would have been good if Joe Burrow wasn't injured, but since he is, I expect the Broncos defense to obliterate the Bengals. On the other side, I expect Bo Nix to have a strong game against the Bengals defense. That's our show for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week. Big Fred, over and out.